Nini, everyone, Zabora here. So I do promise to go back to the witchcraft and the paganism, but for the next couple months, I'm just gonna have to get this out of my system. This anti-Christian rhetoric that has been spewing forth. I guess once you crack this egg open, it just doesn't stop, right? So here's the thing. I am going to finish up with my Is Jesus Biblical series. Continue on with the whole why he's not the Jewish Messiah, even if you were to accept him as the Messiah. And I think I'm going to end it with a stupid things Christians say to witches compilation. Because I have been getting some fucked up comments like this one here. Really? I sacrifice animals now? Okay, this is projection. See, your whole religion is about sacrifice. Jesus sacrificing himself for the greater good and your sins. And yes, I say your sins because I'm not a Christian and I'm not sinful. So, your whole religion is built upon this concept of sacrifice. Even, what was it, Abraham was commanded to sacrifice all the firstborn sons, or maybe that was Moses. I get them confused. Everybody's killing everybody in the Bible. But they were told by God to sacrifice your firstborn children so that you would be fearful of God and know he was your Lord. Okay? That's in your book. You know what else is in your book? Slavery. God's coming down talking to Moses on Mount Zion, handing out all these little commandments about not boiling a calf in its mother's milk, which is why Jews can't eat cheeseburgers. Or about how you should beat your slaves. You shouldn't beat your slaves so hard that they die. Really? That's okay? You're going to come down and say that that's okay? That just don't beat them so hard that they don't die, but slavery's okay? That's moral? What about when Moses commanded all of the Hebrews and the Israelites to kill all of his neighbors except for the little ones so that they can keep them and rape them as their sex slaves? Yeah, that's in the fucking Bible too, dude. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a whole little stupid comment section, of course, after this series is done, and then we will get back to the Christian, or to the witchcraft and the paganism. So, yeah. As I said in my last Is Jesus Biblical video, I mentioned we would be addressing Isaiah 53 and Jesus' death and the resurrection. Now, today I'm just going to be going over the one verse just because this video is getting a little long here. So, we're going to be just looking at Isaiah 53, and it's only brought up because Matthew 27:11 through 14 describes Jesus as being silent before the governor, no matter what questions they asked him. This supposedly matches Isaiah 53 verse 7. However, given the context of 52 and 54, it seems as if the suffering servant mentioned isn't Jesus, but the nation of Israel and her people as a whole. See, earlier in Isaiah, God predicts an exile and hardships for the Jews. 53 occurs in the middle of the messages of consolation, which tells of the restoration of Israel to a position of power, and it would supposedly cement the Jews as God's chosen people. In 52, we see Israel is oppressed without cause, verse 4, and taken away in verse 5, but there is a bright future ahead. Chapter 54 further elaborates on the Jews being the servant by saying, "This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication is from me." So here we have another case of just Christian deceit and them reading into it what they want to and using it to manipulate and control people, because that's what Christians do. They are liars and they are lied to constantly. Their whole religion is about that. So, yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed Isaiah 53 and decoding the suffering servant with me. So, till next time, Senepti.